YouTube. Today I'd like to talk to you about powers. So powers are a very important part of mathematics, and we need to use them all the time when we're doing algebra, when we're doing number theory, when we want to count in general. And you need to understand that powers is just a way to simplify things so that we don't have to write too many numbers when we do factorizations and things like that. So for example, instead of writing 5 times 5 times 5, I'm going to write 5 to the power 3. So 5 to the power 3 means 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5 3 times. That's what 5 cubed means. And when I say 5 to the power 4, I mean 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 4 times. And I can do that any number of times that I want, but it makes my life a lot easier than having to write it out over and over again. So this is what we call these are what we call powers, and this is how we're going to learn how to work with them. You need to learn your power laws, and your power laws require you to know how to add powers, subtract them, and multiply them based on the scenario that you're faced with. So I'm going to go over the 3 different cases that you might encounter, and then perhaps that's going to help you. So let's do that together. So the first one is, imagine that you have 5 cubed multiplied by 5 to the 4. Well, 5 cubed means 5 times 5 times 5, and 5 to the 4 means 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. So there's 4 of these and 3 of these. So when you think of it all together, you're actually going to have 7 5s. So 5 cubed times 5 to the 4 is 5 to the power 7. So what happened here is I had to add the 4 with the 3, and I get to 7. So 5 to the power 7 will be the answer to 5 cubed times 5 to the 4. So I'm going to write this here, 5 to the power 7. So I'll take a different pen. Yeah, there you go, 5 to the power 7. Okay? So when you're multiplying powers, you need to add the exponents. That's what's important here. So you're multiplying these, and you need to add these exponents. Now here, look, I've got a division. 5 to the power 4 divided by 5 cubed. Well, what happens is I've got 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 at the top, and 5 times 5 times 5 at the bottom. And it so happens that when I divide them through, I can cross out 5 divided by 5, 5 divided by 5. These are just 1, 1, and 1. So I'm just left with a 5 up top. So I can say that it's 5 to the power 4 minus 3. So division means subtract. So when you're dividing powers, you need to subtract the exponents. Okay? So in this case, it's 5 to the power 4 minus 3, which is 5 to the power 1, which is just 5. There's only one 5 left. Okay? And here in this case, you've got 5 squared cubed. So 5 squared is 5 times 5, but you have to do it 3 times. So it's 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. So how many do I have altogether? Well, I got 6 of them. Now, how could I have gotten there from the beginning? I could have just done 2 times 3, which is 6. So 5 to the power 2 times 3 is 5 to the power 6. And so when it's to the power, you need to multiply the exponents. So let me just recap that very quickly for you. When you're multiplying the numbers, you add the exponents. When you divide the numbers, you subtract the exponents. And when you do to the power, you need to multiply the exponents. So we have these power laws here. A to the power m times a to the power n is equal to a to the power m plus n. A to the power m divided by a to the power n is equal to a to the power m minus n. And then a to the power m to the power n is equal to a to the mn. Now, of course, you need to practice this. You need to work with it and know that, work with like 2 to the power something, 3 to the power something. See how many 2's you have left. See that it works, and make sure that you understand it well. So these are powers, okay? If you enjoy our content, make sure to follow us on our channel. Facebook.com/HL Mathemagic or @MathemagicMD on Instagram. And until next time, make sure you get the power. See you next time.